night they thought it was a safe investment.
He said there were no risks. That's exactly what his words were.
Now one Ottawa couple out just over $300,000.
The fact that they were using others to recruit some of these victims suggests that this is a relatively large-scale operation.
How to avoid being the victim of an investment scam as our Spot the Scam Week series gets underway tonight. Making Mooney's Bay a sledding destination once again.
When you look at the thousands of people who have used this hill in the past, we are promoting Mooney's Bay Park.
City staff recommend spending $3 million to return this hill, now deemed unsafe, to its tobogganing routes. But will a thrill hill face an uphill battle at City Hall? And flattening the S-curve.
We want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
Making this tricky, once rural intersection a better fit for the bustling Findlay Creek neighborhood growing up around it. Good evening. The industry of fraud is thriving, impacting lives, draining life savings, and costing Canadians millions. Tonight, we begin a special series on scams. Every day, people across this city and country are falling victim. Last year alone, Canadians lost more than $600 million. This week, we are sharing their stories and advice on how to spot a scam and stay safe in a digital world. We will be hearing from victims who lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and every night experts will join us to discuss what to watch out for, how to protect your online accounts, and what you need to know about how criminals are using artificial intelligence. We begin with the story of an Ottawa couple who lost $300,000 in a suspected investment fraud. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us with more. Caitlin.
Patricia, it all started with what they thought was a promising way to secure their future, introduced by people they trusted. But they say what happened next and what they've learned since suggests the losses may stretch far beyond their own.
5 years from retirement, Adnan Siddiqui thought he'd finally built the life he came to Canada for. Instead, he's facing a financial setback he never imagined.
I just lost all faith in humans, especially people that you trust.
He and his wife say they put more than $300,000, a second mortgage on their Ottawa home, into what they believed was a safe investment, a Toronto-based company called Highway Capital, introduced by people they trusted.
They approached us saying that there's this fantastic investment opportunity where we can make a lot of money.
The contract promised a 2% monthly return and their money back after 1 year, signed, they believed, by the company's CEO.
They said that they were investing in two things, I remember. One was stock trading. He said there were no risks. That's exactly what his words were. We're looking at the original agreement.
Siddiqui says payments were supposed to start in July, but July came and nothing. It wasn't until the end of August that 2 months' worth arrived, and then he says everything stopped.
They said, oh, there's a glitch with your banking. Don't worry, it's going to come.
Siddiqui says the man they dealt with, Chief Operating Officer Mark Cummings, eventually introduced them to Eugene Todorov, described as a senior partner. He says they tried to withdraw their investment, but never saw a dime.
Eugene and Mark, they were saying, don't worry, everything's going to be fine.
CTV News has learned of at least 5 others with similar stories, including 2 named in an ongoing civil lawsuit with a combined $1.5 million in losses. But those involved say that total could be much higher.
And the man listed as CEO, Vlad Marchuk, says he left the company in April 2023, and the signature on the Siddiqui's contract is a forgery. In an email, Cummings denies all allegations and declined further comment. We reached out to Todorov as well, but did not hear back.
The fact that they were using others to recruit some of these victims suggests that this is a relatively large-scale operation.
This senior fraud investigator says the way the investment was pitched raises concerns, especially the unusually high returns.
That in and unto itself is a huge red flag.
The Ontario Securities Commission wouldn't say if it's investigating, but confirms neither Highway Capital nor Mark Cummings are registered to deal or advise in securities in Ontario. As for Siddiqui, he says the hardest part isn't just losing the money, it's the trust.
I still believe that we were pushed into doing something that we were not ready or willing to do by people that we completely trusted.
And both Cummings and Todorov are listed as defendants in an ongoing civil lawsuit filed by other investors seeking to recover their money. And records show Todorov was previously charged by the Ontario Securities Commission in 2016 with fraud and unregistered trading, along with other related violations. Patricia?
And Caitlin, where does that civil lawsuit stand right now?
Well, I spoke with the lawyer representing two of the alleged victims in that lawsuit. They are currently waiting on a decision. Both clients are seniors. One invested more than $400,000 with Highway Capital, the other more than $500,000. And just like the Siddiquis, they say the payments eventually stopped. Again, Mark Cummings denies all allegations. Patricia?
Huge numbers. All right, CTV's Caitlin Wilson live for us tonight. Thank you. And coming up, the senior fraud investigator in Caitlin's report will join us a little later on in the newscast with more on how you can avoid falling victim to this type of alleged investment scam. We have more details on all of our Spot the Scam coverage online. You can download the CTV News app right now. Just scan the QR code on your screen using your smartphone. Well, with the snow arriving earlier than usual this year, many are already thinking about winter activities, including tobogganing. A new report shows city staff are looking at ways to again turn Mooney's Bay into a sledding destination, but doing so would come with a steep price tag. CTV's Austin Lee following this for us today and joins us with more. Austin.
Yeah, that's right, Patricia. The hill, it was actually closed to sledding back in 2017 due to safety concerns, but people kept on using it until a young girl tragically died in a sledding accident back in 2021. Since then, the city has fenced off the hill every winter to prevent similar incidents. Fencing is going up at Mooney's Bay, an annual move to keep sledders away 4 years after a tragic accident claimed the life of a young girl.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple of years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
The hill, created from a construction landfill in the 1970s, was originally designed as a junior ski hill, but over the years it became a hotspot for sledding.
It was a very positive atmosphere. A lot of families came here to toboggan, and it was an enjoyable experience for everybody.
Now the area councillor is hoping to improve safety and reopen the hill.
Because this is Canada, and part of being a Canadian is you toboggan when you're a kid.
A new report highlighting 3 possibilities. Option A, creating a steep but safer tobogganing hill dubbed a thrill hill and relocating the cross-country ski hill to the north slope. This plan carries a price tag of $2.5 million. Option B, a $1.3 million plan, would see the creation of a smaller bunny hill while maintaining the existing cross-country ski hill. And the third option, a plan recommended by city staff, coming in at $3.1 million, combining both A and B to create 3 new slopes.
I would go for the best facilities possible with the most possibilities that are available. And we're a winter country, and we need to have more sports that are available to people in the winter that are not costly.
The plan to revamp the hill is neither approved nor funded. But whatever happens next, Riley Brockington argues it can't stay closed forever.
Let's make it safer so people can use it instead of closing things down because we think it's unsafe for future users.
Again, it is important to point out that there is no money set aside for the Mooney's Bay Park Hill in the 2026 city budget, so this really isn't something that would happen anytime soon. But still, Brockington says he plans to spend the next several months speaking with constituents in the area and his colleagues at City Hall to pin down exactly which of those 3 options could work best. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, a problematic intersection in Ottawa's South End is set for a major renovation. Residents say driving through Bank Street and Leitrim can be dangerous, and they're hoping a redesign will make things safer. There are plans to completely redo the intersection, which is located in Finley Creek. CTV's Dylan Dyson was out in the area today and joins us live with more on this. Dylan.
Patricia, drivers in the area say this intersection has been a problem for some time now. The Bank and Leitrim intersection was designed when Finley Creek was still a rural community. Now the area has boomed into a busy suburb, and there's a tricky S-curve on the west side of the intersection that complicates matters even more. When Liam Tan stops to get gas at the corner of Bank and Leitrim, it's always a risk getting back onto the road.
It's very dangerous. The car just keep going, and then the car making left. You don't know the car. Maybe they're going straight or left.
This intersection in Ottawa South is notorious among drivers for its poor layout and safety features.
Oh, that's a very dangerous intersection. It's very congested.
Because of the way it is designed, it's in the angle. It's not straight through.
The green light signal, like when you turn it left and right, at least they need more signal and also more lane also.
Now the local councillor says it's time to overhaul the intersection at Bank and Leitrim.
The intersection is a critical piece and is long overdue. It is a rural cross-section of road, and this is very much an urban part of the city. So we want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
The intersection will see lane widening in all 4 directions with dedicated right and left-hand turn lanes and islands and corners added for safety, greatly expanding on the size of the current intersection.
This is a project that is going to get done. It is in the city's plans. The money is budgeted for both design and construction. It's not in this year's budget because we're not starting this year.
The project not expected to start until 2027 after the Bank Street widening is complete.
That's so long. This one already took like, I don't know, it's been like 7 months, more than half year.
Safety comes first, and if we can save one person also to get injured, it's still worth it.
The exact cost to remodel the intersection has not yet been announced. There is a public information meeting taking place tonight for residents at the Fred Barrett Arena beginning at 6:30. Patricia.
I used to drive through that intersection a lot. It looks a whole lot busier now. Dylan, thank you for this. CTV's Dylan Dyson, live tonight. Still ahead, catch the excitement. The jackpot in Russell's Catch the Ace lottery has grown week after week all year long. And now we meet the Fitzroy Harbour woman who won almost $2.5 million. That story coming up. Well, here's a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It's been chilly all day, -1 out there right now. We were talking about a wind chill earlier today, very blustery outside on this November Monday. As we go to Jackie now at Trees for Hope at the Chateau Laurier. Looks warm and cozy and beautiful inside, Jackie.
Yes, you talk about those blustery winds, Patricia, and I'm really glad we're inside today, rocking around not just one Christmas tree, but about 44, and that's all spread out through the Chateau Laurier for this wonderful event that is the Trees of Hope. Taking a look at conditions right now, mainly clear skies is what we saw for most of the day, and that we will see some clouds come in for later this evening. -2 is what we're going to get down to in a few hours, and then overnight lows are going to be about -3, and that's not factoring in the wind chill. Tomorrow morning, though, it is going to continue with -3, mainly cloudy skies, dry conditions, but we are only getting to a daytime high of about 1 degree. Now, right now across the region, temperatures sitting around the freezing mark. There is the chance that we could see a little bit of some flurries by Pembroke as well as Brockville, but it's going to move very quickly and it's very light, if anything. So the next 2 days, we are likely going to see some clear skies. Some sunshine is also along the way. We'll have a look at your weekend or your long-term forecast in just a bit. And of course, more from Trees of Hope, where I understand the theme for these tree decorations is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So these details and much more in a little bit. Patricia.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Well, all eyes are on the House of Commons tonight, where Prime Minister Mark Carney's government is set to face its final confidence vote on the budget. MPs are expected to begin voting this hour, and if the government falls, Canadians could be headed to the polls before Christmas. CTV's Stephan Keys joins us now with the latest on this, Steph.
Patricia, because the Liberals have a minority government, this all comes down to math. The Liberals hold 170 seats, too shy of a majority, meaning they need 2 MPs to vote with them or 4 MPs to abstain in order to pass the budget. The vote is expected to get underway around 6:45 tonight. The Conservatives and Bloc have already indicated they will vote against. The NDP say they won't reveal how they plan on voting beforehand, but the Liberals officially have secured 1 vote from another party.
Against what I had expected to say to you today, I'm going to vote yes. For the country, for the planet, and for my hope in the future. The Liberals can't count on me voting confidence in the government again.
Party's Elizabeth May confirming late this afternoon she will vote in favor tonight, meaning the Liberals now only need one other vote or 2 abstentions. May's decision comes after speaking with the Prime Minister, who promised her Canada will meet its Paris Agreement climate targets. And while it's not expected the government will fall, surprises have happened before. Again, the vote is set to get underway in about 30 minutes from now. We will bring you the latest updates as they become available. Patricia.
CTV's Stefan Keys live for us tonight. Thanks, Steph. Well, Ontario Provincial Police have identified the man killed in a mid-air plane crash in eastern Ontario over the weekend. 2 small planes collided near Martintown around 11 o'clock Saturday morning. One of the planes landed safely, but the other crashed into a wooded area. The pilot, the lone occupant, was found dead at the scene. He's been identified as a 28-year-old man from L'Île Bizarre, east of Montreal. His name was not released. Both planes were owned and operated by Cornwall Aviation and were conducting training flights at the time of the crash. Ottawa police are looking for a suspect in connection with a stabbing on Rideau Street last month. It happened around 2:30 p.m. on October 24th. Police say the victim was found at the scene with an apparent stab wound and have released these photos of a suspect, a woman with red hair. At the time, she was wearing sunglasses, a green hoodie, and black pants. Well, 24 people are facing charges in connection with an investigation into an illegal cannabis production operation on Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. OPP say the operation is linked to organized crime. Officers recently seized $79 million worth of plants. This comes after a $122 million seizure earlier this fall. Well, turning now to southern Ontario, where 2 people are facing dozens of charges in connection with a rash of thefts at mausoleums and cemeteries. Officers recovered thousands of dollars worth of jewelry and other stolen property from Oakville, Burlington, Toronto, and the Niagara region. Police say the suspects posed as grieving family members and targeted cremation urns, keepsakes, and other valuables. Well, there's new information tonight about the impact of a non-police response team for those experiencing a mental health or substance abuse crisis. 1 year after launching in Centretown, the Anchor program is already expanding to help people in need. Here's CTV's Katie Griffin.
When calls will come in from CNEO, they'll appear here.
From this office, coordinated outreach.
Anchor is a non-police crisis response for individuals that are experiencing mental health and substance use-related events.
1 year after the launch of the Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Project, a mobile service running 24/7 in Centretown, tangible results.
The impact of Anchor has been, in some ways, beyond our expectations, but in other ways, we knew this was exactly what the community needed, and I think that's borne out in the data.
The pilot project is designed for Centretown residents to reach out to the community-led response team instead of police by calling 211. Since August 2024, Anchor has received more than 4,400 calls. 92% of them did not involve police.
They want this program as much as anyone. You know, we get calls from police in the field who will say, we got to a call and we realized right away this wasn't a crime, but this person needs help. And now they have a resource that's dedicated, that's fast.
We are helping individuals and dealing with situations that we ourselves have been through and know how best to support our individuals and people who we take care of.
Crisis response workers like Betty Nantomboy connect people they help with services they need.
People have called us angels. We meet people where they are at, and we are able to, offer support with trauma-informed and culture-sensitive approaches.
The pilot project now expanding.
We're going a bit further west here from Preston to Island Park.
And adding a post-crisis worker to the team. Katie Griffin, CTV News.
The CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive kicked off this morning with the goal of helping to fill the shelves at the Ottawa Food Bank. The annual food drive comes as the Hunger Report shows more than 25% of Ottawa households are experiencing food insecurity, and more seniors in 2-parent families are turning to the food bank for help.
It's one of the biggest days that we have for food and fundraising. It's really important that we're able to provide that support to the community and the network of 71 organizations we work with. The Ottawa Food Bank relies on the generosity of donors in our community. We're 98% funded by donations. So this is a really important day for us to ensure that we can provide food for families and individuals right across the city.
The food bank says it's serving a growing range of people in need, from those on social assistance to those who are employed but need help making ends meet. The CTV Your Morning Ottawa Food Drive is coming up on December 12th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here at 87 George Street. You can drop off non-perishable food items to our studio at 87 George or make a donation online right up until December 11th.
You worry about your kids. It's nice to be able to do that for her. Yeah.
Oh, she's looking forward to looking after her daughter and says, much as their family loves ice fishing, they've never been south. Now that can change. We catch up with the winner of Russell's Catch the Ace lottery. Now almost $2.5 million richer. Jackie, it is not us. In fact, I forgot to buy a ticket as we're heading out to Jackie at the Chateau Laurier.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We feel like winners here, joined by now Teresa. The judges have already checked this place out. You have your tree here. What is it that gets you coming back each and every year in your team to Trees of Hope?
Yeah, so with Turlin Construction, and we have been doing this for almost a decade now. And this is my 7th year decorating, and so it's just, I mean, it's such a beautiful event, and I get to get my little crew of elves together, and we make all our decorations.
Well, thank you so much. I love that these are all handmade decorations, and I'm told that they started 3 weeks in advance, every break. Just making handcraft decor. Love to see it. What I also love to see is a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, showcasing Chateau Laurier, which is where we are hanging out this evening. Current temperature -1.
Our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, people across Eastern Ontario were glued to updates on the Catch the Ace lottery in Russell over the weekend. After running for 51 weeks, a winning card was finally drawn in what became one of the largest Catch the Ace lotteries in the province. CTV's Kimberly Johnson introduces us to the woman from Fitzroy Harbour who is now a multimillionaire.
It's the announcement that changed Shelley Eckford's life forever. The moment she found out she won $2.45 million.
I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely grateful.
Eckford won the money in the Catch the Ace lottery held by the Kin Club of Russell. Every week, a draw was held to open one of 52 envelopes in search of the winning ace of spades.
We started with 52 cards of a deck. We're down to 2.
The lottery running for 51 weeks, swelling to millions, leading to a frenzy of ticket buying in Russell and across Ontario before Sunday's draw.
I said if I'm meant to win, the right number will be picked. This just blows my mind.
More than 86,000 tickets were purchased, helping raise more than $3.3 million for 26 charities, including Breast Cancer Action Ottawa.
This has been the most epic thing that could ever happen to the organization.
It's great to live in this town, and everybody gets together, and it's collaborative. It's wonderful, and if you keep on asking, you'll get tears in my eyes.
The ultimate win-win that Eckford and her husband never thought would include them.
At work, and I was driving on the highway, and Shelley phoned me, and she's like so excited and couldn't hardly breathe or talk, and then I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I just won $2.4 million. I was like, you're joking me.
She's been playing on and off for 3 years, but when the pot swelled, she jumped in. In all, she spent just $50. Eckford says she now has dreams of going on their first family trip and renovating their home, but it's looking at her 15-year-old daughter, knowing they can provide for her. That means the most.
Worry about your kids. It's nice to be able to do that for her. Yeah.
Grateful to the organizers who gave up their weekends all year to make it happen.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, life-changing.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
Wow. So happy for her and her family and for those organizers who put that together who have been waiting all year to take a vacation themselves. Congratulations to everyone. Well, it is a chilly start to the week here in the capital. A few people will be thinking about vacations with this kind of weather. Felt more like -10 this morning with the wind chill. Certainly feeling a little more like winter than fall on this November day as we head back to Jackie, where it's feeling more like a very festive winter day with all of those beautiful trees in behind you, Jackie.
Yes, so many wonderful trees. There's about 44. This is all for Trees of Hope. And it's funny, with the cute Christmas music playing, part of me was just like, oh, I'm not ready for this yet. But we are kicking things off, and it's fantastic seeing all the wonderful people here decorating, getting into the holiday spirit. And cozy, too, because it is pretty chilly out right now. Taking a look at our conditions here in the Ottawa region. As we take a closer look, it is about -1. We've got northerly winds coming in through. We saw a daytime high about 1 degree. Overnight, it's going to get down to about -3. That's not factoring in the wind chill, so add about maybe feeling closer to -5, -6. Cloudy skies is what's going to carry us into tomorrow. There may be spurts of sunshine moving throughout the day, but mostly cloudy skies is what we're anticipating for Tuesday. Daytime high, 1 degree. So here's a closer look at what we can see for the weather system. Not much in terms of precipitation or rainfall, or snow, I should say, as we do see mainly cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine for our Tuesday, but Wednesday we will likely see much more sunshine than tomorrow. Taking a look at the lows across the region, about -2 here or -1 as well in Cornwall, -4 in Kingston, and Kemptville sitting around -3. As we look towards tomorrow's highs, temperatures are going to be sitting between 2-3 degrees, 4 degrees if you're down closer to Lake Ontario, so Kingston as well as Trenton. It's going to be a little cooler in Mont-Tremblant, -1, and there is the chance of flurries on the way. Now across the region, temperatures sitting about 2-3 degrees in Atlantic Canada. You can see that Arctic chill really moving through northern Ontario, -5 in Timmins. And as we look towards our friends out in the west, Calgary sitting at double digits, 10 degrees, and Vancouver at 9 degrees. Now today's weather is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Center. Visit their website to nominate someone to win the gift of hearing. So sunshine is in store for our Wednesday, but we just got to get through a little bit of a cloudy day for our Tuesday. This will carry on into our Thursday and Friday. My fingers are crossed, Patricia, because there is a chance that we could see some showers moving through, but it is the Lansdowne Christmas tree lighting, so hopefully this will move past and we will have little to no rain or even snow.
I will cross my fingers as well. Jackie, thank you very much for this. Talk in a bit.
1, 2, 3.
Well, coming up, a new child care center opens in the capital to help address the shortage of space. Now, some other stories you need to know right now. Photo radar cameras across the province have gone dark, but new data suggests they were making Ottawa drivers adjust their speed. CTV's Steph Keys joins us now with the details on this and other stories. Steph?
Patricia, the cameras were turned off last Friday after the Ford government passed legislation to ban them right across the province. But we are getting a look tonight at how many tickets were issued before that ban came into effect. In September, more than 26,000 speeding tickets were issued by Ottawa's photo radar cameras. That's down from 30,000 in September of last year. The number of tickets issued between January and September of this year was also down compared to the same time last year.
Their loved ones will not fall silent, that they will be found, that the future women and children will be safe on the streets and in their homes.
A walk taking place here in the capital tonight to honor murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls. The Ottawa Police and Ottawa Aboriginal Coalition hosted events at City Hall earlier today, and this afternoon led a walk from the Ottawa Police Station to Parliament Hill. Canada's inflation rate cooled slightly in October, dropping to 2.2% from 2.4% in September. Statistics Canada says cheaper fuel and grocery prices led to the decline. Meanwhile, Canadians saw higher prices for cellular services and home and auto insurance. The Bank of Canada has cited stable inflation as one of the reasons it may not cut interest rates in December.
1, 2, 3.
A new nonprofit childcare center is now open in the capital to help meet growing demand. It's located at the Rideau Community Hub and run by the YMCA Capital Region. There are 39 spots with room for 15 toddlers and 24 preschoolers, and about 20 spots are still available with applications available on the YMCA website. Fees are $53 a day for preschoolers and $63 a day for toddlers. The YMCA has applied for the National Child Care Subsidy Program and is awaiting for approval.
And gray has just turned green and white. The Saskatchewan Roughriders and Trevor Harris have won the Grey Cup.
And the Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champions. It went down to the wire, but a Hail Mary for the Montreal Alouettes on its final play didn't pan out, with the Roughriders winning the game 25-17. Roughriders quarterback Trevor Harris passed for 302 yards and was named Grey Cup MVP. And it's also a name familiar here in the nation's capital, Patricia. Former Red Blacks player.
Couldn't get it done as a starter here in Ottawa, has won as a backup before, but kind of happy for him to see this come together as he's in his, later years of his career, late 30s. And the Sask fans are just so intense.
Oh, yeah, that's so fun to watch.
Yeah. A lot of green there on that field, a lot of green where Jackie is tonight with the beautiful trees all decorated at the Chateau Laurier. Jackie?
Yes, I'm still trying to hunt down all 44 trees, Patricia and Stefan, but we're doing a pretty good job. To tell us more, this is the 28th year of Trees of Hope. I'm bringing in Steve Reed here. All of this is going to CHEO, 1.5 million raised to date and more to come. What do you look forward to most for Trees of Hope?
Isn't this amazing? Just the kickoff to the holiday season here at the beautiful Fairmont Chateau Laurier. There's a record number of companies that have come to help us celebrate by decorating a tree. So it's a really fun event, but of course for us at CHEO, it's a really important fundraiser.
You are a judge, which means you had to take a look at all 44 trees. What is the criteria you are looking for to be awarded? What's the name of the trophy?
Well, the name of the trophy is the Best in Branches. The criteria this year was it was the night before Christmas theme, so we were looking for decorations that were from about 100 years ago, homemade, wooden, sort of an homage back to the 1920s. So
I did see a lot of homemade. I know a lot of people said that they're like, oh, we're doing this in a break room. We're rolling up cranberries out of dough. We are making stockings from scratch. And then you have others who have gone in trains with smoke moving through. I just love all the creativity that's going through here.
It's amazing creativity, and like you say, they've been all homemade. They've been thinking back to what it must have been like 100 years ago. So we see a lot of popcorn. We see a lot of wooden toys. Just amazing creativity.
I was talking to a lot of the contestants here. I don't want to call them contestants, but participants. The competition could be fierce at times. Is that true? Yes or no?
It's always true. People put their heart and souls into this. It's very hard to be a judge because they're so nice. And as I said, 44 different companies participating this year, so there's some beautiful trees.
When are you announcing the winner, and can you give us and the viewers at home a hint of who won?
Well, I can't because I'm sworn to it, but we are going to announce them pretty soon, so it won't be too long, but I'm afraid I can't. I'm sworn to secrecy.
I tried. Thank you so much, Stephen. I really appreciate it. Go ahead, and I think you have other duties this evening, so thank you so much. Great to see you. Patricia, I tried. We don't know who the winner is. We'll have to find out in a few hours from now. Tried to get the scoop.
Yeah, hoping Steve would be in the Christmas spirit of giving a little tip to his buddies here at CTV Ottawa, but no. Playing by the rules. Jackie, thank you.
Entering into the criminal aspect of it, you can file with the police investigation. There could be charges laid.
Just ahead, we speak with an expert about what you need to know to avoid falling victim to investment fraud as part of our Spot the Scam special coverage. Stay with us.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Well, returning now to our special Spot the Scam coverage. This week, we're sharing the stories of people who lost thousands and speaking with experts who will share tips on how to avoid falling victim. Tonight, we're focusing on investment fraud. Earlier in the newscast, we shared the story of an Ottawa couple who lost $300,000. They thought they were making a safe investment, but never got their money back. And although the company denies any wrongdoing, they are now wrapped up in a lawsuit. And joining us now is Jeff Villiter, a senior investigator with Haywood Hunt and Associates, which helps people in situations like these. And just the fact that there is a job such as yours doing that suggests the need is great in the community.
Yeah, indeed it is. Thank you for having me, Patricia. Thank you for shining a light on this very important topic. We do try to assist our people. We take a personal approach to these things. They're not just another file. We look at the victims in terms of what they've lost. How can we help?
Some heartbreaking cases, of course, out there. The best way to be okay is to avoid investment fraud in the first place, right? What's your big piece of advice for that?
Number one, due diligence. Do your research. Find out who you're dealing with. Find out what the transactions are all about, where the money's going, how am I going to get the return on investment, what's the form of that, what's the form of the payments. All those things have to be in place before you enter into that kind of investment.
Do your research. Talk to people who have dealt with these people before, all of that. Even so, though, there could be some red flags. What are you watching for in terms of red flags?
Yeah, there are a number, but the ones that come to mind primarily would be high rates of return on your investment. So if the ROI is exceptionally high by way of percentage per annum, you got to be cautious of that. Why is this happening? Why can I not walk into a bank and get the similar types of rates?
Why isn't everyone doing it?
Exactly right, yeah. So the second thing is, if it sounds too good to be true, more than likely it is too good to be true. Be cautious of that. If you're getting 24% return on investments per annum, for instance, the case you talked about previously, why is that happening? How can that happen?
Right. And then one more thing, if they're asking you to send them some money?
Yeah, wire transfers, you be cautious of where they're going. If you are investing with a company, for example, and you're sending wire transfer payments for investment to an individual, might be a director, might be a principal of that company, why? Why is it going to the principal, not the company itself?
Okay, and then I'm guessing the big question that you get asked all the time in your line of work is the money gone forever? Is there any way I can get any of this money back after a scam?
Yeah, right. There's two schools of thought, Patricia. One is the do I want justice? The other is do I want restitution? Entering into the criminal aspect of it, you can file with the police do investigation. There could be charges laid, there could be convictions on those charges, and the judge could attach a restitution order at the end of the day to the actual conviction. But the recovery through that process is limited. There's no real regulatory body saying, well, you owe this money, you got to pay it. The other option is the civil process, which we get involved in, and that would require the securing of counsel, have the counsel enter into a lawsuit similar to the one you spoke of previously, and through that process try to recover damages, loss to reputation, whatever the case may be. That requires the following of the flow of funds. Where do they start? Where do they go? Where are they now? If there's tangible assets at the end of the day, then we can clearly try to take action to recover those assets.
So I guess the answer is occasionally. To get their money back. Jeff, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Jeff Filler is a senior investigator with Haywood Hunt and Associates. You can find more from our Spot the Scam coverage online all week long, including more detail from today's segment on how to avoid falling victim to investment fraud. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Tomorrow night, we will focus on e-transfer scams and how criminals are gaining access to people's bank accounts.
I didn't want to talk about it, but then I just watched a few videos of this happening. I did some reading because I thought I can't be the only person this has happened to.
We'll hear from an Ottawa woman scammed out of hundreds of dollars and speak with the Director General who oversees the RCMP's anti-fraud efforts about what to do if you fall victim to a scam.
It's just great to see the kids out and, seeing Santa.
Santa Claus comes to town. The big man in red travels to Barrhaven to attend the annual parade there. Our Bell Media building is lit up beautifully again this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. And people across the city are starting to get into the holiday spirit. Santa Claus attended his first parade in Ottawa over the weekend. Crowds lined the streets in Barrhaven for the annual event last night, which raised money for an important local organization. Here's CTV's Camille Wilson.
Merry Christmas! Hundreds lined Strandherd Drive in Barrhaven waiting for jolly old St. Nick.
I'm waiting for Santa. I miss him.
Samantha Donaldson, Henry's mom.
We're excited for the holiday season. We're glad to be here at the parade.
Henry attending his first Santa Claus parade with his mom and great-grandma. He can't wait to see Santa and tell him what he is wishing for under the Christmas tree.
A drone and a PS5.
Marking the 30th year of the Barrhaven parade, dozens of floats from the community joined the route with bright lights and a surge of energy ready to roll in the holidays. Along the route was the City of Ottawa float and Ottawa Mayor Mark Sutcliffe.
We love to be here.
Great tradition.
Nick Dean says the parade a highlight for the Barrhaven community.
It's just great to see the kids out and, seeing Santa. It's amazing. It's it's a great start to a great season, and it gets everyone out, community supported, and it's a fantastic thing.
Somebody's waiting to see Big Santa.
We're here to see Santa.
Santa has officially made it to town, led by, of course, his favorite reindeer, Rudolph, ready to ring in the Christmas season, and he even brought some snow. And while Santa is rolling in, so is the Grinch, looking like he's trying to figure out how to steal Christmas. Even though this may be Henry's first time, this is nothing new for his great-grandma, Dixie Mosso.
I come every year, So I love it. I'm a big kid.
The Barrhaven Food Cupboard collecting cash donations for children in need along the parade route, a way to make sure there's something under the tree for everyone.
Merry Christmas!
Some already know what they want for Christmas.
I smell iPhone 17. I'm PS5. Getting a lot of candy canes.
Hello! And while Santa isn't the only highlight for Henry around the holiday season, he's also hoping for a white Christmas.
In our backyard, we're gonna wait for it has like really long snow, and I'll go in it and make a maze.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
Wake up, please. Thank you for waking me up.
All right, we're all starting to feel it coming up. We are kicking off the holiday season with a unique Christmas tree in Nova Scotia and a one-of-a-kind Christmas tradition there. Jackie.
Thanks, Patricia. I'm joined by Jen and her team. The theme is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. How have you incorporated this into your tree?
So we took the parts of the song and like Christmas traditions and reinterpreted them for animals. So we have a bear by the fireplace who's hung his bear paw stocking, and his pajamas and a matching teddy bear, and that teddy bear has a stocking.
I love all this homemade, really unique pieces, even the paper mache moon. Great to see. Now here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Downtown Ottawa on this beautiful Monday evening. Current temperature sitting around -1.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
A final check on the forecast on this November Monday. Back up to the Chateau Laurier and Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. It's going to be a cool start to the morning. It's going to be about -3. The good news is we're going to see a little bit of sunshine, mainly cloudy, though, for the remainder of the day. As we look towards our 7th day, it's about 2 degrees at a daytime high. The overnight low into Tuesday, though, -10. So not looking forward to this, but I am looking forward to the sunshine that we will be receiving on Wednesday. Fingers crossed for Friday. There's a 60% chance that there could be some rain showers, but that is the Lansdowne tree lighting ceremony. So fingers crossed that there is no rain in sight. Joining me, we do have Genevieve. You are the Fairmont Chateau Laurier's GM. We are out in the lobby right now. I love this behind us. It's their 20-foot tree. Tell us a little bit more about it.
That's the Trailend tree. Trees of Old sponsor. We're kicking off the holiday season officially. So as of tomorrow morning, you're going to see 44 trees all around the lobby, all around the hotel, and we invite everybody to come, vote for their favorite.
Oh, there's an opportunity.
Absolutely. Please come to the chateau. It's 28 years, 1.5 million we raised. We need everybody to come, vote for the favorite tree.
And how long will the trees be up here on display?
Until January 6th.
Lots of time.
So please come and visit 1912 on Yuletide Lane, our new bar, Christmas decoration, amazing.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time and welcoming us here to Chateau Laurier. I love this 20-foot tree, and I think very slowly, Patricia and Stefan, you can actually see the train moving through up here as well. So it's a really cool sight to see. That's it from us here. You guys have a good evening.
Chateau always looks beautiful, never more beautiful than during the Christmas season with all those gorgeous trees. Stefan Keys is here. We want to check in and see what our news team will be working on for the 11:30 tonight. Steph?
Well, Patricia, as you can imagine, the budget confidence vote is underway. We're keeping an eye on that. And as we speak, counting the yeas are just coming to an end. It is time to count the nays, and that won't take much longer, but we don't officially have the tally right now. Again, some very sensitive math involved when it comes to the voting. We don't expect surprises. We've heard from Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre that 100% of the caucus will be opposing the Liberal budget. Elizabeth May of the Green Party says she will vote for the budget after meeting with the Prime Minister, and the NDP said that they were going to keep their votes under wraps. So we're still keeping an eye on that. Again, it should wrap up within minutes, probably. And so if you want to go to our website, ctvnewsottawa.ca, or join me tonight at 11:30 for the results.
We're so close to having it here.
So close. I wanted to give it to you guys.
11:30. Thanks, Steph. And finally for us, before we go off the air, they're kicking off the Christmas season in a unique way in Nova Scotia.
Wake up, Woody, wake up, please. Thank you for waking me up.
That is Woody, the talking Christmas tree, now wide awake. Large crowds, including Santa Claus, gathered in Dartmouth this weekend to sing and help wake Woody up. To mark the occasion, the mall held a festive PJ party. Once the song was over, Woody opened his eyes, was ready to greet guests. What are you thinking here, Steph?
I don't know if I love this or if it's scaring me.
Few kids probably having nightmares going home for that, the big talking tree.
Oh my goodness, so good.
As long as it's only saying good things.
Yes.
Have a great evening, everyone.